Going on, everybody? Happy Thursday night, and welcome to another episode of Pop Force One. See some great people already here in the chat joining us. It's a busy couple days. We got WonderCon this weekend as well, and we got lots to talk about based on all the announcements we got here in the last few days. Let me say hello to some of the people that have already made themselves nice, comfy, and cozy here in the chat. What's up, Dave? Evelyn is here. Actually, Dave, looks like you were first. I think you've been first like 4 or 5 weeks in a row, so that's amazing. Travis, what's going on? Brian is here. Michelle is in the building. Hello, Michelle. Travis, hello. Joseph says, any new Star Wars Funko Pops coming out? Yes, actually, we have a couple that we'll be talking about tonight. Gus is in the building. What's up, Gus? Just got your package. Thank you again for the extra goodies. Let's see who else is here. Jetman's in the building. Is it 6 already? Yes, it is, Wayne. What's going on? So good to see you. Let me see. A lot of you guys are chatting it up quite a bit here in the chat here. What's up, Jeremy? Holly, good to see you. We're coming. We're coming. Man, you guys, you keep us honest. If we're not here on the dot, I like how people start calling us out. What's up, Chase Chaser? Brandon's in the building. Good to see all you guys. Oh, what's up, Riley? Great to see you. Oh gosh, you broke your wrist yesterday. That's terrible. I hope it heals as quickly as possible. What's up, Alan? Good to see you. Everything under the umbrella is in the building. Pop Funko UK is here. Barry hitting us with the first anniversary channel member super chat of the night. Been a member now of Slapshot Pops for 19 months. Barry, I hope you're doing fantastic. Thank you so much for your continued support. We got Travis coming in with the second channel member anniversary right here, coming in at 4 months. Thank you once again, Travis, for everything you do for us. Sam is here. David says, did you see Captain America yet? I actually have not. I have not seen Captain America for Brave New World yet. I'm behind on the latest 2 episodes of Daredevil. So Joanne and I have some work to do, but we've been very busy with everything we have going on. Sam coming in. Oh, my gosh. Sam's been a member now for 30 months. Thank you so much, Sam. Shout out to all the channel members. You guys are amazing. And we truly appreciate your monthly support. It means the world. Gus coming in 6 months. Look at that. Oh, and Travis was super kind. He actually just gifted somebody a channel membership. I wonder who was lucky enough to get that. Oh, Ace got it. Oh, there you go, Colin. Those are 2 great people right there. So, Travis, thank you so much for your generosity there. And Jennifer, it is so great to see you. Welcome on in. All right, guys. It's 9:04. It's time to bring in the other 2 members here of the squad. Please welcome in Professor Josh and the Poppin' Duo.
Hello, everyone.
What's up?
It's been a crazy week.
Happy Thursday.
So I think we should just jump into what everybody I feel like has at the forefront of their mind. Vince, you said you didn't have a chance to look much into it yet, so we can look into it together. For those,
I didn't get to really understand it too much what they announced. It seemed like the chart. I'll be honest, this was like I didn't get on Instagram once today until the very end of the day, and it's been a whirlwind.
So to preface a couple things before we jump fully into this, Funko has been putting out information on their own social media. So they've been just, instead
crazy,
of
right?
It's wild. Unlike the last few years where I feel like we've been getting information secondhand through like these other, hit or miss news sources like Disc Trackers and Funko Pop News and Pop Homes and stuff. They've been just giving it to us directly, which I think is the best way to do it. So ultimately, they're going to be charging more, which I think is actually something that we even discussed very recently here on Pop Force One. They're going to be charging a little bit more, but they're going to be giving you the opportunity to get some very limited pieces. Now, we don't know how we're going to be able to get some of these. A lot of people have been asking me if it's going to be through EQL, if it's going to be just randomly dropped in the Funko Rewards section. And obviously, the top 3 tiers, a lot of people who are not in the United States who don't have access to Funko Rewards are very upset that they can't participate. And I sympathize with them because it is a bummer.
Yeah, I think it was interesting how they put it out there. I think the Funko rewards part confused a lot of people.
That's where I got confused.
They thought you had to like use your reward points, not just be a rewards member. So that's one thing, like off the bat, like just to clear things up for people. It's just that you have to be a rewards member. They want you logged in. They want account verified. They want like you to have an account. And maybe that's to help with like issues in the past where people, I mean, I'm sure someone could have a multiple Funko reward accounts, maybe possible, but maybe this will help eliminate that ability as well too, like people having too many, you know, accounts going after stuff, multiple things, especially when we're talking about, you know, anywhere up to a less than 99 piece Funko Pop. And it's mentioned signs. So are we thinking like celebrities, that kind of signature, I'm guessing? So it'll be interesting how that goes.
Well, at least with the sign pops, I know there's been some people who have been asking about that. It just means that they're going to be dropping potentially signed pieces, and it's going to be authenticated right from Funko. So it kind of cuts out the middleman a little bit, which I think will be good. Now, obviously, if it's somebody who doesn't autograph a lot of pops or doesn't do a lot of signings or something, yeah, it's going to be harder and there's going to be more hype to get that person's autograph. But that's the whole point. Like, they're introducing, you know, I know some people are upset over this, but this is bringing back excitement and hype, and obviously not everybody. I mean, there's more than 99 people in this chat right now. I mean, they're obviously, if they drop one of these limited piece pops, not everyone is going to be able to get one, and that's where the hype and the excitement and the FOMO kind of comes out of, you know, this.
I think it'll be interesting if they sell these not online and try to sell them at somewhere. I think that'll be the weird part of like they haven't mentioned how these will be done, but they did give the example of She-Ra, which is a limited con only pop. So they did give an example of that. So that might fall into those other ranges where we have seen 1,000 to 2,500 con pops. So now, or something, you know, those kind of different ranges there, the 20, you know, up to 3,500, you know, at $30, up to, you know, 5,000 at $25. We have seen con pops in those kind of ranges, but they don't, it might not require a fan's rewards, it says, because it might be a retailer or it might be through the con or something like that. But I think most of these seem like some type of online drop. I think at one time it'll be a EQL. It'll have to be something to keep it a little bit.
There has to be some sort of system that doesn't like allow for people to just come in and get all of them. And then, people will be really upset if, you know, even if it's like a 5,000 piece pop, and if someone's able to come in and somehow manipulate the site to where they walk away with 2,500 or something crazy, that's going to make a lot of people upset. And then the price on the aftermarket is going to be skewed and super high just because somebody controls the market.
So first thing I thought when I saw these, and Vince might agree too, I thought straight off NFTs. Like they went almost by the same names as the NFTs too, which is really interesting for some of these different levels. But they also, it's nice to know that they did verify that it will come with the QR code sticker. So the same one they're using for some of the con pops now, it'll come with that to verify the legit of the sticker and the number and the piece and those kind of things as well too. So hopefully that all helps. It's just, it's kind of weird, the tiers. I'm guessing the tiers are because as you get more limited, maybe their production costs go up, and that's how they're like
justifying it.
How they're justifying doing some more limited pieces. How many pieces will we see this? Will we see one a week drop? Will we see only one, you know, a quarter drop of some of these? Like how limited? Will we see these like dropping all the time now that they can charge a little more? You know, will that help? Because it's hard to drop a 2,000 piece Funko Pop every week, right? But if you charge a little more, could you? Because it offsets that cost? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm in. I'll be honest. I'm kind of back in. Do you guys like this? Do you think this is good? You think it's good that they're charging this much right out the gate?
So far, yes. without them actually having a concrete example of what one of these pops is, you know, if they're like I do have a little bit of hesitation because I don't want to see them just come out with a Spider-Man pop, and then as you go up the chain, it's going to be like, oh, the flocked one is 5,000 pieces, the metallic one is 3,500, the glow in the dark one is 2,500. You know, it's the same mold, but they just add a different variant. I really hope that with charging more money up front, they do different molds. They do make characters we've never gotten before. I would expect that higher quality because I'm paying more.
Yeah, what I'm having a hard time digesting, and Josh, I think you said it when you said NFT. What I like about the NFTs is when you get a weaker, like a weaker license or something like that, the market is set by us, the consumer, on what the piece count's going to be. If they bring out a Daria pop that's, let's say, 500 to 999 pieces, it holds the people that are really tied to Daria to have to pay $50. Do you know what I'm saying? Where that's not the market bearing out that $50 price tag. That's Funko's telling you you have to spend this amount. Where, you know, on an open market of, you know, if people are buying packs and selling it, you know, you're able to pick this up for most of I'm going to use I don't mean to pick on Daria right now, but like the Daria pops, you could pick up, Josh, correct me if I'm wrong, but close to retail when they first dropped out.
I mean, yeah, a lot of them, like the legendary, like a legendary would be like $20, you know, or something. Even right now, if you go look at the Teen Titans, a great example of one that just dropped this week, like 2 of the legendaries are right around $22. So that's even cheaper than what these are going to go. Like, are they about the same price point? You know, but it's hard to say. But then you got a royalty that's a $9.99 that, you know, you're charging $50 here for, but go try to buy a Roku there from the Avatar series 2 for $50. There's no way unless you get lucky with one pack and open it and get it. So I think they try to figure out a way. They kind of probably saw it with NFTs as they figured that balance of they can still make money by doing limited pops, but some people might lose out. This way, no one loses out because they already have it kind of built into the cost. I'm guessing they are providing, I think, a protector. They said too as well on pretty much most of these. And some said special protector. I don't know if you saw that. Some actually say not just a protector, but like a special one. I heard something on, so I don't know if it will be like custom or different. So that could be cool. Another thing they mentioned their blog, once they are gone forever. So they're not going to remake that exact.
Well, if they're making a limited piece count, they better be gone forever. I mean, that's going to be pretty.
That's their confirmation on that.
Well, that was, I'm glad they said that, and they said that in the reel too. I'm glad she said that because, you know, I think that is a fear that people have where, you know, if they're going to be paying, especially a higher price for this, they don't want to see that same pop show up again at some point, 3 months, 6 months, 10 months down the line. So I think it was good. It was weird though, because I just feel like they just woke up like in the last like 3 days and they just started communicating with us and they just started putting out a lot of stuff that we've been wanting to hear for a long time. And I've been trying to wrap my head around the fact of like, why now? And especially something that you said, Josh, right before we started the stream tonight, you were like, this isn't even tied to WonderCon at all. Like, why were they making a big push for this right out of the gate? I mean, we don't even have a first release date yet. They just said be ready for it in April.
I will say this has been what now a little over a year. The new CEO has been in, so like right about a year. You know, if you think about timing wise, like it takes time to reorganize, to figure out things, to get things going. This might be like part of their Q1 goals is to establish this, and this, like for their team. So, you know, we're working on a strategic plan at work, right? And we just started year 1 of a new strategic plan. And it's the same thing. Like we have goals along the way for each quarter that we're trying to meet and get things done and accomplish. Maybe some of these were like already kind of talked about last year, and this is what we're going to do for this new year. and Q1 is here, so got to get this done. And they're rolling out some stuff. I don't know. Are they doing a panel at WonderCon or anything like that too? I don't think I've heard Funko doing anything.
I thought I saw Funko was doing a panel.
So if Funko's doing a panel, they might kind of. I would have kept this to the con, like they announced it at the con. It would have been really cool.
That would have been
She-Ra with the first sticker or something like that. Even though it's not the best She-Ra we're going for, but it would have been cool to have that. Or imagine if they did the 999 autograph one at the con. They somehow released it for people at the con, some kind of autograph, like the first one out there of it.
Like if they did it with like a new Fluffy Pop or something.
Yeah, I mean,
have a feeling that that's what I'm wondering if we're gonna get a lot of that kind of stuff. I don't know. I'm kind of like on both sides of the fence on this one. I'm like, I don't hate it. Part of me doesn't want to love it because, I think the thrill of they're pushing the FOMO thing and the excitement and that kind of thing, which I think that this is getting that a little bit. But I think the thrill of getting something for retail, and we're going to call it retail, $15 to $20, something like that, to get something limited. There's something to it when you have to pay $60 out of the gate. Because I think there's probably plenty of examples of pops that are limited to 1,500 piece. I know I've got one that I just pulled out the other day, 1,500 piece pop that's not worth $20, I think, today. I think they'll do this in a better way. I think that they will select strong IPs and do characters that people really are going after. And if this is the only way we're going to get the limited stuff now, is this has got to be kind of that side of it. I guess we're going to see how it plays out. I don't hate it. I'm not going to be negative on it, but I'm not like all in, like totally in love with it either. I'm kind of in between.
So thank you, Dave. If you guys didn't see my video today, it only came out a few hours ago. So my theory is, and this is kind of ties into what Randy said here. I think that they rolled out this program because they are getting a little bit nervous with what Mike is doing over at Rocky Moto and what Brian is doing over at Thrilljoy, just because we've seen, it's a fact. We've seen people from our community already go over there and give those other companies a shot. And I feel like if Funko is not putting out things that are getting collectors excited, well, then diehard collectors are going to go find that excitement elsewhere. So I do think that, and a lot of people I logged out of Instagram because I just couldn't take it anymore. We got a lot of messages saying that I was wrong and that I'm stupid and stuff like that. So I appreciate people being very
John, I don't think you're stupid.
Well, people were saying I was stupid for thinking that
wrong, maybe or maybe not. But
no, I think Thrilljoy wants to be a threat. I think that's what they're the ones diving into the IPs heavy as can be, and already have some established relationships with them. Rocky Moto is not trying to compete with Funko. Rocky Moto is trying to just build a new thing, where I think Thrilljoy is competing in pop culture IP licensed things that you're buying that fit people's genres of different stuff. Now, I think Funko, of course, has the price point for the most part down. This is what changes their price point on things as well, too. But still, I think, at a certain point, how much can a company put out? Like, maybe they can put out more limited pieces with these new price points, too. Like, we can put out 20 usually in a year, but now we can put out 100 different things that have a limited price point that go away. 100 things compared to 20 is going to be a big deal. So it'll be interesting. I think what they did is they are listening what people are saying. Like any one of us, probably we've heard it from several different people of different things. They want more limited pieces. That's why people are buying the NFTs, but then they don't want just a chance at a limited piece. They want to buy the limited, they don't want to learn how to do crypto and how to do other things with it. They just want to be able to buy it. I think you have the other points, more active on social media. People have been saying that for a while. So you're seeing more of that. You're seeing more storytelling by them. They're doing a good job of storytelling and being part of, telling some of the stories behind the designs and things like that. So all these things are things that people have been talking about for a while, and you keep kind of getting little bits of it out there, and they're seeing what works and listening a little bit to the voices that are out there. Not just one voice or one person. They're listening, and I'm sure it's said across the board to many different things.
Well, I just think that the reason that they're like Funko is getting nervous a little bit is because they also released their their numbers from 2024, which we went over last week a little bit. And what did they talk about? They talked about how Pop Yourself did very well last year. They want to get back to doing blind box stuff, that adds excitement if you don't know what's in it, right? And then they also talked about how obviously NFTs are doing well. What was the other thing they said was selling? Oh, biddies are selling well, right? I feel like they've maybe seen they're not seeing the sales numbers in the standard Funko Pops that they want to see. So they're trying to shake it up a little bit, and they're saying, hey, all right, people are enjoying the NFTs. Not everybody. I'm actually confused why some people are not happy with this, because a lot of big complaints that we've seen throughout the years is that there's not enough limited pieces. People don't have cool limited pops for their collections. They can't afford to go to big major cons. Everything coming out of fun days has a huge paywall in the secondary market. So I see a lot of people excited, but I was just surprised to see any pushback against this, because I mean, even getting a 5,000 piece pop at $20 right out of the gate, I don't think is bad. I mean, I think that's very
no, but I think when you start getting up to the 40 and 60, I don't think it's like great. That's why I'm saying it, and I'm not saying it's horrible, because I don't know. I like when I like the idea of the market setting a price for it. Because what's going to end up happening, I think, on some of this stuff, and listen, it's going to be limited, and it's going to depend on what they release. And is it completely unique? Is it a fantastic mold? I think it's great for the people that do not want to be involved in the NFTs at all. I think that this is a good way to allow those people to play in something like this. But there's that other side of me, and that's why I'm not like against it, because I do the NFTs and I spend a ton of money going after things that I'd much probably rather just spend, like, instead of buying a $29 pack, why would I not just spend $30 and get a 2,500 piece pop, which is kind of what you're pulling close to for some of the legendaries anyway. So it's not that I don't think it's bad in any way. I get to pull back a little bit from somebody that is like, I don't want to spend, like, I want to have limited pieces and pay, what retail is. I think with these companies, they're there to make money. I like that at least they're doing something to kind of answer us collectors on the collector side of it. Because like I said over the last year or so here, I feel like really Funko is divided into two kind of separate things, where they're going down that toy, whatever genre of the biddy pops, and I think all the common release pops and that kind of thing. And then you have the collecting side, which was NFTs. I'm kind of glad that they're going to do something, and then we're going to see how things shake out, because I think if we start seeing these, 1,000 piece to 2,500 piece pops that they're selling for $40, are they going to start going down to like 15? Is the market going to start to show that they're only worth 15? I think that set a kind of bad precedence for collectors that are going to just now be like, well, I'll just wait. But I hope it brings the excitement back. I like that they're trying something new, and this could be fun. I think that this could be something that we can get excited about.
So Riley does have a good comment here really quick. He says, I think it would be better just the higher price point, not fan rewards. They're basically forcing you to buy more product in order to get a chance at these limited pieces, which is smart. And it is smart, because they are, you're going to be buying stuff, or
are you using your fan rewards? Am I missing something?
No, you're not using fan rewards.
From what I understand, it's either or, though. They're going to be selling them, and then some are exclusively through fan rewards. So it's not all through fan rewards.
Well, I think that's going to be whack. No,
whack.
You know how many points you got to? You know how many points you got to?
I think a lot of
they said it's going to be either or. That
so
some are going to be.
You can choose if you want to use your. Is that what?
No, that some are going to be exclusive to some are going to be exclusive to fan rewards. Like she said in the reel, the main girl, that the higher tier ones, so your more limited stuff, is going to be exclusive to fan rewards. And then the other items you could just simply buy outright for $20, $30, whatever.
Now, it just says available to fan rewards members. It doesn't say use. So I'm reading like right from the blog. It's available to Funko fan rewards members. So like I said, it's just probably to verify that you're a legit person and you don't have 50 accounts open.
Yeah, because I think it is exactly what you would say. They don't want to, if you're going to sign up for, 500 accounts and try to buy 500 of these, and then they're going to be shipped to different, like you got to really go through a hassle to. So I think that's most likely why they would do that.
So I was really surprised. Like they had a great opportunity. There's a pop dropping this week that they could have done this on because they have the Muddy Shrek that's limited to 9,000 with Chalice collectibles. They did do a very different sticker for Chalice for the Muddy Shrek. I noticed it was kind of a little different style and everything like that. But it was interesting that like it would have been like perfect timing to do this. But I'm sure those Shreks are maybe already at Chalice and getting ready to ship once they drop or something like that. But it would have been like, I think that's the kind of thing when you look at these like larger numbers on these, those are the things that are like retailers, could share. I guess Supremes, they call them, pieces made available to select retail partners with the Frost Blue holographic sticker.
And one thing I seen the comment, which is a very fair comment that would I pay $60 for a sub 1,000 piece Disney Pop? I'm not talking about me right now. I'm a lunatic. I will go after all of these. Like I'm not scared by the $60. I'm talking more for what I think brings the excitement for normal people, not me, because I love this. I agree with you. I'm all in on this. I think some of the newer collectors, do you know what I'm saying? Like the new collecting.
Well, I'm confused by the newer collector. Not all. I don't want to generalize a whole group of people, but I'm confused by not the newer collectors, but this portion of collectors where people. It seems like this is what it is, right? Joanne and I joke about it all the time. People want super rare pops. They're like, "Oh, I want that 500 piece pop that PPG says it's $200. I want it for 15, and then I'm gonna get it in my collection." Let's say they magically get it in their collection for $15. And then they're going to go around and cry that Funko is dying because they're upset that their pop isn't worth
that's a different animal.
But that's what I think is tying into this because people are like, $25 for a limited piece, I'm out. And it's like, you can't. But here's the thing. Funko is losing. If you look at it from the business perspective really quick, Funko is losing so much money. And we've talked about this by putting up a limited piece because they're not mass producing that pop. They're losing a lot of opportunity for profit, right? If you look at it from that angle, now they're going to make some profit at the end of the day. So they can still continue to be a company and pay their bills, put out some products that people will buy. It's just a simple fact that like, are we trying to be a toy company or are we trying to be a collectible company? Because if they're trying to be a toy company and we're all okay with it, then they're just going to mass produce everything. Everybody buys the same thing.
I think they're trying to be both.
We don't need to have like channels or anything because we're all going to have the same exact collection and it's just going to be boring.
Yeah, I think that they're trying to be both. And I think this is their way to be both, and listen, I'm speaking from somebody that when we got into the hobby, they were dropping, 1,000 piece pops and 1,500 piece pops. And yes, those days may be long gone. That's what attracted me into this to begin with. That's kind of all I'm saying. I think it is different now. I think collectors that are coming in now, yes, and we still listen. There's collectors that secretly love everything or not everything, but love a lot of stuff with Funko, but say they're going to sell their entire collection and they'll just keep saying that over and over, but they follow all the Funko accounts. Do you know what I mean? Those people are never going to go away. I think that those people are always going to be there. I'm just looking at what is the new thing that brings in a new collector that gets them excited. I always try to kind of think about that. Not that it's like, that's not for me. I'm not looking to get, now this is a different way of collecting. I'm going to be curious how many times they put these out. Is it going to be a monthly thing? Is it going to be a quarterly thing? Is it going to be a weekly thing? I'd like to see where that kind of sits because I don't want to have to spend $60 or $30 well, maybe I would. Maybe they're going to put out some fantastic stuff that I collect, and I will want to do that. So
I mean, if you don't collect it, it won't matter. Like
Right.
if they put out something they put out a new Dragon Ball Z pop, Vince, you're probably not going to go after it. But you might go after it if it's a 1 of 99. You might be like, that might be worth trying for.
To be honest, Dragon Ball I might not, because I've got the anime. We can't. No, anime. I think I'm going to be off of. Other than One Piece, maybe I'd go after that.
I mean, I think that's where it is. Is like, hopefully it's a good mix of stuff where it might not be for everyone every time. That kind of thing. It's like, if they're always changing. Like Looney Tunes is this week, you're going to go after it, Vince. But Dragon Ball's next week, you're not going to go after one. And the next week is Supernatural. You're going to go after it. So you're going to have, like, I think if they do that, if they do, every week a One Piece one, well, that's going to drive people crazy. Like those collectors, it's going to like, oh, I don't want to keep getting this limited, and they're going to put one out every week. But I think if they mix them in like you said, every quarter, but it could be weekly. Who knows? With these amounts, they're not crazy. No, they're not at crazy high numbers. You could have one of these every week within this number range drop. It would be almost like a Funko Shop exclusive every week dropping.
And listen, I don't want to talk out of both sides of my mouth, because I am kind of doing that when I'm saying, listen, right now I'm honestly, this is like, I'm thinking through this as we're talking through it right now. And when I'm seeing the 5,000 to 7,500 piece, to think in my mind that we're going to start seeing this on the Funko Shop again, like, that's what I've been asking for the last 3 years.
Right?
Who am I to say anything? You know what I mean? And $20, like, even if it doesn't come, I'm okay. I'm pretty sure I've said this. I think we could go back and check.
We've said this word for word.
I'd pay an extra $5 for a limited piece pop. So I am actually, for me, I'm completely okay with this. For us collectors, people that get into this hobby and are part of it, I think that this is going to be 100% fine. I'm always looking like at what is going to draw in new people. Would this draw me in if I was a new collector? I don't know. I guess, and that's not the question for me. But I think with all that being said, I think I like this, and I think I like it more than I did 5 minutes ago. As we're kind of talking,
it takes a minute to digest, because
it does, because it's so
in a different way.
Different.
But I do like that they're actually using, I wanted to say this earlier, the same names as the NFTs. I like the consistency, because if a mythic was like, a 10,000 piece regular pop, but a mythic in NFT world is $4.99 or less, I like that they're kind of bringing over the same names and kind of like setting a precedent. Like, no, this is what this term means when it comes to Funko. I like that.
Well, I think it also helps you kind of associate to price, because most of the ultras, yes, you could pick up between $15 and $20. This is $25. Cut the NFT part of it. So many people complained about the NFTs, which I 100% understand, especially depending on where you lived in the country, limited you. Learning crypto limited you. Learning a new system limited you. This, I feel, is going to make this open for everybody. This is probably the best of both worlds. Like I said, there's parts of me that it's like, do I want to pay $60 out of the gate for something? But I think really where it hit home is the Tommy made a great point. Would I pay $60 for a 500 piece Disney pop?
And it's not even, but that's just the top end of the spectrum. Can you imagine getting 100 piece pop for $60? Like, that would be insane. I mean, that's why I even said it in my video today. I was like, go find me 100 piece pop. Last year during Fun Days, they released that 100 piece, or what was 100 pieces? The 50 pieces with the Blacklight Freddy Martian. But there was the Blacklight Shredder Freddy that was 100 pieces. I mean, that thing, no way, that thing is $60. Like, there are so many people that would, in a heartbeat, me included, that would pay $60 for that level of a limited piece.
Okay, so now, because we just talked about this, what's there to hate? I'm trying to kind of figure out. I'm starting to process and say, okay, what is the bad side of this? I guess.
I mean, for international, I think I think the
international collectors not being allowed to do this does suck.
Aren't they kind of in? Listen, I agree. I totally agree with that. But most of the limited piece pops that we've got over the last 5 years, 10 years now have been con pops that really they don't have access to anyway. Correct? Am I right or wrong in that? You gotta get them at the con, right?
If you look at it here, if you look at it that way, I mean, 99% of the community doesn't have access to con pops,
and that's kind of what I'm saying. But again, there are plenty of international collectors that fly out to San Diego that come into NYCC for this kind of thing, and maybe they're lucky enough to. It really excludes those. It's percentage of percentage. So yeah, I guess that's unfortunate.
Holly, thank you for bringing this back because I did want to highlight. I saw that comment earlier that Sam said. So I see this being a concern as well. People are concerned that this will be the end of event boxes like Fun Days boxes, take home box of fun, stuff like that. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of too early to tell. I don't see why they would end those boxes because that is a very quick money grab for them. They can literally sell out those boxes in a matter of minutes, and they can make. I mean, I can't remember the math off the top of my head, but I mean, they can make what $115 times what was last year, 23,000 boxes or something. That's a lot of money. So they would be dumb, in my opinion, to not.
You know what they could,
those boxes.
You know what they could do with those boxes though. So if we look at the price points here, let's say they put a 500 piece, 900 piece, and a 2,000 piece in there, and they start charging $150. You don't think they're going to sell out of those boxes still? Do you know what I mean? If you just take one from each tier,
one from each tier.
One from each tier, they charge 150 instead of 120. I will guarantee that they still sell out. I don't think they could charge more of a premium, but bring the piece counts down. We kind of got our blueprint here on how they kind of get to that. So does it end the boxes, or does it actually make the boxes maybe more, more valuable in the sense maybe they don't have to make 10,000 or 15,000 boxes?
Well, maybe basically, so you're just saying the contents of the boxes are basically right in front of us.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Instead of that's a good
idea. Yeah, and then you're in. Oh yeah, so in the box you can say everyone's gonna get one Grail,
100
2
piece
legendaries, 3 ultras or something. Yeah, something we're gonna know the mix up of the limited piece levels
and make the boxes a lot less, make them harder. Even
what I'm most excited for out of this though is the highest level of the 9,000, because that opens it up for retailers to actually do exclusives that are not limited to only that they have to buy 36,000 of. A lot of these retailers, I remember us talking, we know a couple people that own businesses that had chances and they were told this is what you have to have in sales with Funko and this is what you have to buy, and it was close to I think 36,000 pops you would have to buy if you wanted your own exclusive for your shop or for your business. Yeah. So imagine how this will open up. We talked about these limited con pops happening again. Well, you could do that with some kind of con. Rhode Island Comic Con could say we have 7,500 or 8,000 of these pops only, and maybe have that. Or we just saw the Chalice say 9,000 of the Shrek. Well, that $20 price point means they must have it worked out so they still make some money off of it. They still can sell it to the retailer at a decent price. And now we know to expect that as a price point for those limited pops. I think that could easily help out a lot of our retailers too that want to get some retail exclusives and things like that.
It would get some foot traffic too if it was in-person retailers.
Oh yeah, in person, or especially people that have multiple stores. You have, Chalice is one example, but Brad's in Vegas, they have multiple locations, and I know they have it exclusive recently. Other people bigger things like $7 a pop did one exclusive. Imagine if they can have more exclusive, other things that could do different stuff like that. I think it gives a good opportunity. It might lend itself to things like Box Lunch or Hot Topic. It will stay out of the big box retailers. Not enough volume for a Target, a Walmart, a thing like that. Could be a box lunch. I could see that easily. Could be a Hot Topic. I could see that.
Because they've done 5,000 pieces.
Well. Yeah.
Have they not?
That's
sure
doable by them.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a good one. I think for that end as well too, though. Just kind of seeing some of the variety. I don't know. I think someone mentioned it earlier about how many NFTs they put out every month and how many limited pops. Then if they do 2 runs of NFTs, you're talking about anywhere from 8 to 12 limited pops they're putting out with NFTs every month. Can they put out at least one a week with Funko? Then, one a week is only 4 a month. I can see that. Like Funko Shop drops become,
and even if it's like 4 weeks in a row, let's say they do like all Star Wars for May, and it's like 4 pops that I need to get. I mean, that's still not something that's like insane to keep up with. If they were only like 20-25 bucks a drop, I mean, that's manageable. Maybe not for everybody, but most people might be able to budget for it and swing for it. Jared has interesting comments. He says, could this turn into Funko's way of competing with, say, Pop King Paul or Boom Loot? Perhaps a mystery box type feel. I don't think people like Pop King Paul or Boom Loot are even on their radar, because there's no reason to compete with those people, because those people are just scooping up pops from the aftermarket, mixing them into mystery boxes, and then re-releasing them to other people who are buying them. So
this is new stuff.
This is stuff at retail. So Hunter says, also need to make sure the stores aren't withholding product like Toy Tokyo. Not sure what that's in reference to. Tommy says, you're not going to find these at Five Below, and you're going to be able to have a pop and be able to resell it at a bulk rate. So that'll be the good thing. I mean, these are going to be limited enough, and that obviously was something that upset a lot of people. I know Randy had a comment on it earlier talking about how his Five Below was pretty well stocked. But here's the other thing with Five Below, though. I know, we all kind of wince sometimes when we see stuff show up at Five Below, but it still gives an opportunity for people to collect who have very limited budgets and who can still be a part of the Funko hobby without having to spend a bunch. Here it is. Randy says, my Five Below has at least 30 Roy can sodas. They have a decent amount of pops. I usually buy one of most for $5. Who knows what it will do 5-10 years from now? Well, 5-10 years from now, it won't be at Five Below, so that'll be good,
And it's not in the landfill. I mean, that's always a good thing too. So
I think as they correct, though, I think you're going to see less and less there. I don't think that I don't think they'll stay as they have to correct. I mean, they have to be making less, because I think Michael's comment right here is exactly it. Like, you start doing 7,500 pieces, and 7,500 pieces is still a lot to move. Like, I don't think those are not always like instant sellouts. Like, if they put out a week IP at 7,500 pieces, I don't see them selling out instantly. And really, even 7,500 pieces, I don't think you sell out instantly regardless.
It depends what it is. I mean, it depends on what it is for everything. If they put up a 25,000 piece Dragon Ball Z character or One Piece character that's hot, or some Star Wars character that's never been made before, it might sell out, but if they put up a 5,000 piece, I don't know, what's like a weak character, like, I don't know, some weird obscure like Disney character, like from Raya and the Last Dragon or something, then it's probably not going to do very well. But Funko 401 says, what will the perception be when we start seeing pops in lower piece count ranges that don't sell out, though? That's a risk for Funko, because it's more transparency than Funko is used to.
I mean, the great thing is like, you see stuff that are from 5 cons ago sitting on their website sometimes now. So I mean, I think for them, if they're charging a little more and can make a lower piece count, it's better for them, because they're making a little more off of each one. That kind of counteracts them and lets them make a lower piece count. I think that's one of the things we always have to say. Like, they can't make a lower piece count on this character because they have to sell 20,000 of them. Well, really only 8,000 people want this. Then the other 12,000 are just kind of sitting there for a while, or from after a con or something like that. I think having it so you can charge a little bit more for the people that really want it, those 8,000 people might pay that $5. the 5,000 people might want to pay that $5 extra instead of 20 and 25, and it sells out in a week. Maybe
it's just like free. It's free data for Funko essentially. Like they put something up, it doesn't sell out. Okay, that character doesn't have enough demand right now. Just leave it be, and we're not going to make any more of that character until it sells out. And there you go. Like that's how I see it, at least. A very lively chat tonight, so thank you guys so much for all the interaction. Hunter says the Planet Arlia Vegeta situation. That situation is not something that's unique to Toy Tokyo. There's a lot of companies out there, not even just Funko. Many. They have something like that's really expensive, or they see it going for a lot of money on the aftermarket. I know it's a huge problem with shoes. Apparently, it's a problem with watches.
Create the aftermarket. They create the aftermarket.
Yeah. They create the aftermarket. They see something's going for very high, and they only spit one out once a year to keep it high, and that it also guarantees them a high sale for their own business for years to come. So it's a smart situation when you think about it. But that whole pop is like an anomaly.
Contract. Yeah, some contracts don't allow it. Like when you sign contracts, sometimes you're not allowed to sell things at different price. But I do see, yes, it is coming with a QR code. They confirmed that on there.
Yeah, and you would be able to verify the piece count. Yep. I did read that somewhere that you will be able to verify the piece count with that QR code too. So
they'll have the QR code.
New limited edition stickers with QR codes that allow you to authenticate both the product and the piece count.
So 401 says, I think this also means that people will assume that anything that's not offered in these limited editions is likely highly produced. So certain other exclusives may just not sell out as quickly. Well, I think that people don't realize that everything is already highly produced. Like they produce like average Funko Pop is 50,000. So, like look at all the WonderCon numbers. The WonderCon numbers that they've preloaded on the site for tomorrow are all less than like 8,000. They've cut, which is good to see, by the way. Like they've cut the con quantities by quite a bit, because unfortunately there's still 3 pops from last year's C2E2 that are available on the Funko shop right now. So hopefully they are cutting everything across the board, and by upping these prices a little bit, that makes up for the lost profit on the mass producing by offering the limited pieces at a higher price.
And I think that for the most part, especially over the last year or two, I think most of, and there's those variables that pick up traction and that kind of thing. But I think there's already the perception of, maybe value being a little bit lower on, common releases.
Well, how could the value be there when they're when they're making so many and, like,
no, it can't be. It can't be. That's kind of what I'm saying. It can't. It's just not going to be
unless
there.
It has a chase or some sort of like rare variant. It's not going to be worth more than retail.
I think if anything, this kind of combats the flipping aspect too, because like if you think of convention pops that are around 1,500 piece, when you're talking $50, there's a lot less room to flip. Immediate flips, you know what I'm saying? When you're getting at 15 from a con.
That was interestingly enough another comment that I saw a few times for my video today. People
in a good way or in a bad way?
Both. Some people were upset. They were like, "Oh, this is going to put me out of the game as far as scalping," which I agree and disagree. I think this is honestly good for both the consumer and the scalper / flipper, because here's the thing: if you can get, and now obviously I don't think you're going to be able to scalp these, like this whole list right here from 40 and below. I don't think there's any profit to be made unless it's like a highly sought after character, super cool mold. But you're telling me that if you get a 500 piece pop for $50, that like the market is not strong enough once that sells out for you to make money off of that. Like there's money to be made. There's money to be made here. So, and here's the thing too: how many people go to like New York Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con? They're going to WonderCon this weekend, and they're paying other people to stand in line to get those pops for them. They're probably ended up paying $50, $60, $80 for each pop with the con sticker or with that limited piece count at the end of the day. Before they even bring it to the secondary market, they're already $50, $60 in the hole. So I still think there's plenty of opportunity. If you are a scalper, if you are somebody who resells the brand new stuff as soon as it hits the market, go for it. You still got opportunity. I see a lot of new faces in the chat tonight, guys. Welcome in. Thank you so much. Dwan says, if it's a low piece count with a chase, that makes it desirable. Yeah, absolutely. Text says transparency is the way. I agree. What would happen to chase variants with the higher price point pops? I would imagine that if the pop has a chase, I don't think it's going to be part of this unless it's a limited piece chase. Funko's never really done that before, where they've done a limited piece that had an even rarer limited piece chase.
I mean, they did for cons. They would do a glow, but they were those pieces.
But that's not a chase. That's just like a regular and a glow.
Well, I'm thinking like Booberry back in the day. Was that not a glow chase?
Oh,
I think
from
it
like,
was.
From
but
like
I mean,
2012.
No, it's like 2011. I think
2011.
Actually,
yeah.
I don't know. Did they ever do it after that? I don't know. I don't know if
I don't think so. I think they just handed those out to the 6 people who were there.
Yeah. Well, and that's what it was. I think.
What's up, Mason? I know Mason's in California right now having a blast. Has anyone actually scanned their barcode? It says authentic, not piece count or what the pop is. Apparently, they're still working on the software for that. Have a great night, Mike. Thank you so much for coming out.
Hey, Mike.
All right, so that kind of encompasses all the limited piece news that we have for the system. We'll see where it goes. I think there's a lot that still needs to be, discovered, and we'll see what happens next month when they start rolling these out. Dave says, this is great, John, for us Star Wars fans, whereby an obscure character could be released at a limited quality that only true fans would be interested in. Exactly. Yeah, that's a great way to look at it, too. They drop somebody. Like, here's the thing. I'll be fully transparent. I know there's some Star Wars fans in here. I'm telling you, if they drop a 5,000 piece Ventress, it's not selling out right away. There's a lot of people who say they want Ventress, but I'm telling you, when it comes down to it, and I think Ventress is a perfect example of a character that Funko has not made because they don't think that she can sell. We know they had a prototype. There was art of her that was posted years ago. They were planning on making it. And for whatever reason, she and a whole other list of other Clone Wars characters got cut. She's an obscure character that they do not have faith in. They would rather make another Darth Vader or another Luke Skywalker or another Anakin just because they don't think that she will sell well. So I think she would actually have to be even more obscure than 5,000 pieces. She would have
sell
to
out right away. I agree with you.
I think it would have to be like 25 or 100 or less to sell out right away. Otherwise, she's going to sit, and then the few of us who really want her, who are eager to pay for her, are going to be happy and excited, and then everybody else is going to be like, "Who's this bald chick with lightsabers? What does she do?"
You're right.
And that 5,000 piece Darth Vader Diamond Edition would sell out, though.
You know what's a stupid example? That Diamond Grogu from a few years ago that I was like, not going to sell out. Nobody wants that. That was I think it was a Star Wars Celebration.
Yep.
It's like $200 on Hobby DB. I still can't believe it that it's so expensive. We got it in a collection a couple months ago. I blew my mind. I thought it was the dumbest pop. Now I know some people in here probably have it and they love it, and that's great. But I just thought it was super dumb. Same thing with the Diamond Thrawn we got last year. I was like, this is the worst pop, but I think it's still like $60-$80. Ace says, I mean, scalpers have always found a way. They just need strong anti-bot measures since this is mostly online. Yeah, another thing will be the bots. I mean, but I think that's where the fan rewards part of verifying.
You have to log into that account and be logged in to buy it. Yeah.
Yeah. And Daft Punk, yeah, absolutely. This will overall be a very positive thing for collectors. Jared says, I think it hurts the immediate flipper, but couldn't it be beneficial to the 3 to 5 year flipper down the road? The 3 to 5 year flipper, I have another word for that.
You're a collector.
You're a collector.
Your 3 to 5 year flipper is actually a collector. So
that's me.
Because I am actually a 3 to 5 year flipper.
Yeah. If you hold to something for 3 to 5 years, you could just wake up one day as a regular person and go, you know what? I don't want this in my collection anymore. Oh, it happens to be $80. Guess what? I'm going to sell it for $75 today, and I'm going to use that money to go buy something I either want for my collection or I'm going to buy myself 5 sandwiches. It doesn't matter. It's up to you. Like, congratulations. Yeah, that's it.
You're getting a deal on those sandwiches, by the way. You're getting a deal. Yeah. 5 of them for $75.
So Fun on the Run boxes had the chase, but it was not technically a limited piece. It was
didn't have the piece count.
No. Yeah, it didn't have the piece count.
Even though the boxes were, well, you could kind of figure out how many boxes, but
I think this makes the return of sodas much more possible. They could use the same price point. That's very true. Absolutely. And I'm sure people will complain about that. There's a risk for sure. Flipping is usually so popular because it's closer to guaranteeing a profit. That's very true. Favorite recent pickup from each of us. Oh, there's a good question. Ooh, I like that, Muhammad. I got the Freddy as Mr. Freeze not too long ago, and I also added her to my collection. I was pretty psyched. Glow in the Dark Toys R Us Raven from 2016. I'm trying to complete my original Teen Titans line. So
I think we got a Robin right now floating around.
Still trying to find that white Raven.
We just picked up a Haunted Mansion ghost, actually.
Oh,
Glow one?
Super
A
expensive
glow one.
Nice.
Whoa.
Nice.
Very nice. John wants another Diamond Thrawn. I don't have a single Diamond Thrawn in my collection. I have a couple for sale for our big Star Wars event, but no, I don't have any in our collection.
I will say, the only thing I picked up that I was super crazy excited for last week, we did put out an NFT video for our Avatar ones, and we did not pull the Grail. Well, we opened the rest of our packs, not on video, of course.
Josh, you record everything.
Well, we're just like, let's open them. Let's just sit and
you just screen record. I saw what happened. I wanted to see proof live.
We pulled 3 of the Roku Grails, by the way, and 2 of them were the first cards in the pack. Like one was from a standard pack.
I don't know. There's no video. I don't know if I believe you.
Yeah, I wasn't paying $450 for them. Believe me that I wasn't paying $450 each for them.
No.
I said if I pull another one somehow, I might, or even one of these, I might sell and get BMO. I still need BMO, so I don't know.
Subscription fixed, Logan. I'm the same way. Every time we get a mystery box, there's a Diamond Thrawn in the run. I'm like, please don't let us get it. Thankfully, we haven't gotten one. I'm sure we're gonna get one of these days.
I feel like we got one. Did we get one? I can't remember.
Did you get one off of Fugitives auction, like from Whatnot?
Yeah, I feel like we did.
I think you did at the same.
Oh my god! Yeah, I think you're right.
Like you,
where is
you
that
hit
thing?
one?
I don't even know where it's at. I think I got one. I don't know. I gotta check.
Yeah, so Funmaker Inc. hinting the next product could be Peanuts related. Yeah, they did announce that they're going to be getting the Peanuts license as their first IP. So it's going to be pretty cool. I like what they're doing over at Rocky Moto. We talked about them earlier in the month when they had their big release and everything. So I think they're going to have a good year. All right. So the other thing I wanted to talk about that they really haven't like officially announced these yet, but I think it's safe to assume that these are going to be like the Star Wars Celebration exclusives for Japan. Amazing. So yeah, it's three great characters here. So there is some redemption to these. I'm not in love with them enough. I don't think I'll be getting them, but we have the Rey, Kylo, and Mando. Now the Mando, the only one I'm split on is Mando, because I do like the samurai style helmet. I think that's a very nice touch because it is in Japan. So I think that is cool. Mm-hmm. Could they have
Kylo has a samurai helmet too, though?
Yeah, I'm not digging it.
No.
I just hate that he's holding Grogu because I've already done so many of him holding Grogu, but I am thankful, at least if these are official Star Wars Celebration exclusives. Steven Pop Funko UK sent me some pictures too. They're going to have a couple Loungefly bags as well, but they're okay. They're not the worst.
Yeah, I mean, they're okay.
They could be snowmen, I guess.
I mean, I miss the stickers. I miss the celebration stickers. So.
Yeah, if they're not gonna have celebration stickers, that's gonna be strange. They're just gonna be, I guess, like regular like samurai Star Wars pops. But I really hope that these are official exclusives because I do not want to see a whole line of these. Like if they make every single Star Wars character,
well, for you, John, they will.
Jen, I don't know if you're gonna get that wish.
You know, out of box, Rey doesn't even look like Rey. She looks like Mulan a little bit. With the sword kinda. Instead of the lightsaber.
Yeah, kind of.
They definitely could.
I'm not in love with those, but
yeah, they could always be snowmen. So yeah, it looks bad. I actually am more interested. I don't know if I can pull it up. Is anybody going to Star Wars Celebration per chance?
No, I'm gonna, but It was in Japan, so
You were busy. Luca didn't have a
It.
tournament or anything or dance or...
Not all the way to Japan. We're only going like halfway there for God knows what.
So there is one cool thing now, once again, hasn't been officially announced, but on the Lego side of things, there is going to be a Star Wars Celebration tile, and it says Star Wars Celebration in Arabic, which is, the Star Wars language. So I don't know if anybody's going, but I would love to have this. I'm sure it's going to be stupid expensive on the secondary market. But yeah, I guess they're only going to be available at the Lego booth. So probably
I could print you one, probably, like the little sticker go on the tile.
Yeah, they usually, like, Lego does not do con exclusives anymore. They used to have the minifigs.
They used to have awesome con exclusives. They used to have such,
and then people were fighting in the streets. So
they had such cool ones.
I was not going to Japan. I've been to Japan, but I'm not going to Japan for Celebration. Hopefully the next Star Wars Celebration is here in the States. That's what I'm hoping for. So
it should be 2 years from now, right? Usually every 2 years.
Yeah, 2027. Yeah. Subscription fixes. I'll go to Japan if someone sends me there. Yeah, the tiles. So it depends, Steven. The tiles I feel like will go for a lot out of the gate, and then maybe like a week or two later, people will forget about them. It looks like it's just a little 2x4 tile, so nothing crazy. But I just think it's cool because it's an Arabic. So yeah, it's cool. But that's what we got on the Star Wars front. Also interesting, I didn't see it yet, but I saw a lot of memes and I saw a lot of people talking about it. Did you guys see the latest 2 episodes of Daredevil? Apparently there was a Miss Marvel diamond Funko Pop that was like in the actual
I didn't
show.
see it yet, but I did hear about it.
Yeah, I think I just saw the screenshot from it, but I have not watched any of the Daredevil series yet, so I don't want to be spoiled.
I'm curious as to what the context is, but I saw a lot of people who were like happy about it, excited about it. And the first thing I thought of when I saw that picture, I was like, that's not going to make her PPG go up. She's still Miss Marvel.
I think you still get her on the Funko shop, I believe, too, at least at that time.
I take it back. We actually did have one other Star Wars pop. This I was very upset about because this was very unnecessary, and I think we're done. We don't need any more Ezras, even though I appreciate the holocron that he's holding. That's cool, but I don't know. They could have just combined this one with the Lothcat one. We didn't need 2 separate Ezras.
Yeah, I mean, there's some other cool characters, but if they don't think that the Ventress will sell, then they must really think that nothing else will sell other than Ezra and Ahsoka. And that's it.
I don't know why. Like, especially from the Rebels line. Like, I appreciate them going back and adding on to the Rebels line because I think the Rebels line is, I mean, it might be the best line overall, with the exception of like the OG blue boxes. But yeah, it does. Riley, that's exactly what I thought of at first. I was like, is he holding a little watermelon slice? Like, that doesn't look like a holocron, and it would also have made more sense if he was in the 2-pack with Maul, but yeah. Not a great Star Wars pop, unfortunately. Just counting down the days to Star Killer. Another pop that we got revealed, which once again, I can't believe it. We're getting another diecast.
Yeah, our first sports diecast too. Is our first sports one?
Yeah,
I think so.
First non-Marvel, Disney, DC or Star Wars one. So I feel like I see the same comments on all the diecasts. Just want the common. Like, very few people I feel like are excited or trying to get the chase.
Yeah, I mean, if they're going to go down the sports line, I mean, the easy thing, and maybe it really does cost more to repaint these. I don't know, but you do a home jersey and away jersey, and have the home or away jersey be the chase. Like, it seems like a no-brainer, but I get that maybe they want to just keep all the, because I think that for tapping in the sports collector market, I think you do that, or like their alternate jersey, do something like kind of
alternate number, like
we're doing an all-star jersey, like a jersey.
You don't like. I think that kills with the sports collector, but with this, just going to the I mean,
Yeah.
If you're like just buying this and do you really want the chase? I mean,
Exactly
unless
what
you're
Brian said.
unless you're
I mean-
die cast complete.
I'm curious how many Yodas actually sold the other day
Probably
for
tens of
$50.
tens.
We're talking about paying for limited pieces, $50 there.
Josh, I want to say like only a few, but I had someone sent us an email, not a DM, not a comment, an email on how they were deeply offended from my Jumbo Chan video the other day. And I didn't read. It was a long email. I just skimmed through the paragraphs. I wish I could pull it up on the screen, but I'm not trying to put the person on blast.
Fine, I'll resend it, John.
At the end of it, he just said, I just want to let you know that Felix the cat sold out. I was like, okay. Felix the cat sold out, man. At $250 a pop. Felix the cat Jumbo Chan sold out.
I mean, Felix the cat was pretty cool. I think he looked pretty cool.
Classic. But that's why you can't say like, oh, how many of these sold at 50 when that sold at 250. Like it's worth what people are willing to pay. But the thing is, people are willing to pay for certain things that they really like.
But you know what? You don't notice the Jumbo Chans at Marshall's, and with all the last few that dropped. Like that was the only problem. Like all the diecasts showed up at Marshall's, I think, or you got them in your Funko mystery box. I know a couple. I've seen
a lot of people do that. Yeah,
I mean, but hey, you're getting a $50 product essentially. I mean, for $5, hey, that's a pretty good deal when you get a.
Well, the other thing too is some of the chases, like the Vader goes for $80-$90. People do pay for the chases.
I could see. I mean, essentially, I bought several of these. I just think they just overdid them, and I just got the chases were just kind of like, okay, this is how you're gonna just keep doing it, and it just was like, yeah, I have, like you said, I have the Fett, I had, went after Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse was a good one, that kind of thing. I think they look good overall, but $50 good, it's hard to say. Like, I don't know if they're $50 good.
Pop Stop rocking the new logo, tuning in from WonderCon. Hope all is well, Joe. Hope
have a blast. Weekend.
We're going to talk about WonderCon here in just a moment because I'm curious to hear everybody's thoughts on what is potentially going to sell out tomorrow morning, if anything. I guess we could just jump into WonderCon right now.
Yeah, we can. Let's jump in.
I was trying to find the picture with the quantities, but I feel like this is probably the most hyped exclusive that we're getting for tomorrow, the 2-pack.
And I think some of that hype is off the last one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which also, is fine because I think they're great.
Is that one shared with anyone?
Here,
I'm trying to remember. I think that's important to realize sometimes when there's low numbers on the Funko shop doesn't necessarily mean there's low numbers overall. If anything shared with a retailer, and that one it's Toy Temple. So Funko Shop will probably only have a few. Toy Temple will have 10,000 of them or whatever, 20,000 of them. Shared with them in the US, GameStop in Canada. So everything, Target has Cap, Hot Topic has, Amazon has the big Pokemon. So if you see a low number on some of those, Amazon? I'm surprised. That's usually a Target.
I am too.
That one's going to come beat up unless it's already in a like sorter of some kind.
Yeah, it'll be beat up.
But
all right, so this is everything that's dropping tomorrow. I can't find the numbers for what's preloaded on the Funko shop. But yeah, if you guys are going for anything tomorrow, drop it in the chat. Let us know.
I think 20,000 for the one-piece ones. Up top, right around there, like 19 to 20,000 of those. Those are Funko Shop exclusives. Tin Man's the lowest, I believe. I think he was like under 2 for the Funko Shop.
Yeah, because he was a 5,000 piece.
Yeah,
right? 5 overall.
So 2,000 to the Funko Shop.
It would be
it'll sell out. It'll probably sell out on the Funko Shop.
9 a.m. Eastern tomorrow, I believe.
It'd be 9 a.m. Eastern. We might. I don't know. We'll see.
I think I'm like out of this, I'm going Tin Man, and I don't even know if I'll get the 2-pack. Will I get the 2-pack? Possibly, but that would probably be it.
We'll probably just get the 2-pack and the Pokemon.
I might get the 4-inch One Piece. I don't
Do
want
you get the Pokemon now, John, or do you wait to get the Pokemon on Amazon when it goes on sale though?
We just get it in the beginning. It's just easier. I'd rather get it now because then we get the Funko rewards points too.
Funko Shop will probably mail it better, so I will.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. When we got the last few like Cresselia, Arceus, they all came in great shape from Funko.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Oh, what's up, John? I'll be picking up the cap. Would love the grayscale Voltron, but won't be at the con.
I kind of would like this grayscale Voltron also.
What's he limited to? Is he a 5,000 piece?
1,500, I think.
1,500. Oh,
yeah, it was low if I remember correctly.
Oh, there is a bundle as well.
But the bundle's for this stuff, right? You don't get anything.
The She-Ra or the Voltron.
Yeah, no, you don't get any of the limited pieces in the.
Those are the only two limited ones, right? She-Ra and Voltron.
She-Ra, Voltron. I thought there was one more. Am I right?
One more.
I thought there was one
Tin
more.
Man's limited, but he's on here too. But like con only.
Con only. Why do I feel like there was 3 con only?
Oh, there is another one. I don't remember what her name is, so trying to remember. There is one more. Is it a Dungeons and Dragons one?
Oh, it might be. Yeah.
That's not the Dungeons and Dragons.
All the people I follow post way too much. There's so many posts to go through. It's just so much because everybody transitioned from just covering Funko to covering everything. So you got to scroll through all the other stuff.
Yeah, it's very hard. You see it one time and then it ends up being somebody that you actually weren't following.
Right. Yeah. I can't find it.
I will say I was surprised that a couple of the Loungefly bags how limited they are. So
what are the piece counts on the
800 piece? I think
I think Chopper was 800.
Yeah. Oh wow.
I think Chopper was 800, and there was another one. What was it? It was a Disney one, and it was like
Bree told me
1,200 or something like that. I mean, I feel like you need if you want any of those, you better get on there quick because they're gone. They're gonna go. Who was it? Who's the other one?
Let me just see.
Oh, there's a Bender one.
Bender. Yeah, I remember you saying
Bender was there, and for some reason a Beauty and a Beast. Maybe is that 1,000? Beauty and the Beast. That's probably.
I feel like that's what Bree showed me. I feel like it was
probably the one Bree wants. It has like the gold rope around it and says "Beer," I guess, on the back.
Were they dancing?
Yeah.
That it was that one.
That's 1,000 piece one. So
so the only limited piece pop that is available on the Funko Shop tomorrow will be Tin Man. Yes. Then show only was She-Ra, the lady in the middle, which I don't remember her name either, and Black and White Voltron.
But I think the black and white Voltron will sell out pretty quick because the regular one from New York Comic Con, that one sold out fairly fast.
I believe that the black and white Voltron will be a Whatnot exclusive this weekend that I will be trying to pick up.
They honestly should just partner. Can you imagine if they partnered with Whatnot, had a Whatnot exclusive, and they just
I'll be honest, they might as well be.
They might as well.
I know what I got Skeletor for. I feel like Voltron, I'll get less than that. So I'm going to actively be seeking it. I don't see that being a huge, because it's a good example. I'm almost this is a jumbo, not jumbo size. This is a 6-inch pop, which means it's what, $35, $30. So
people will be going live on their Whatnot accounts at the con at a table. Line. That's how I got my deal on my Megan. I got Megan
they were doing it from the place where you eat over there. Yeah, I'm thinking Voltron's gonna be like $60. We'll find out. Time will tell. I'm looking forward to seeing that though. I will be probably on Whatnot for that this weekend.
Where are the pictures of the Loungefly bags? Are they on Loungefly?
On their Instagram. You can go on there.
Okay, cool. Because some of the ones people are talking about I haven't seen yet.
No, go on the Instagram and scroll down a little bit. It's like they right after like Toy Story, you see Chopper and Bender.
Oh, I see it.
And then there's the Beauty and the Beast right above that one.
Let me grab them here.
Yeah.
We just filled up Joanna's Loungefly walls, and even though we have this big house, we don't have that much room left. Chopper's cute.
It looks like a really good bag.
Oh, it's only 800. The little arms move.
The inside looks really like how it opens up is really cool. It's like very different. It like opens up almost like a square.
Oh yeah.
The lighting I'm not impressed with. It says it lights up, but it's like just the
that's kind of like when they say glow pops and like you get just the eyeballs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh, look at this. Vince, you might not have to get it from Whatnot. We got hookups.
Yeah, I do. Actually, I do want a Voltron. Black and white and a Voltron. It's like two of my favorite loves. You could say, listen, I'm not just saying that. I've got all my Voltron back there. Well, you can't probably see it with all the stuff over here, but
the Bender one's cute and it has a little purse too.
That's cute. See, like I like the Chopper. The only issue is like Joanna likes droids, but she doesn't know Chopper, so I don't know if she'd be into it.
How does she not know Chopper? That's like the best.
Well, she hasn't watched Rebels.
She would love Chopper.
She would. He kills a lot of people.
Personality of Chopper is like
he hasn't watched Rebels. That wasn't a requirement to get married to you.
No, no.
I'll be honest. I'm surprised by that.
And then that's the one Brie wants probably. Right?
Yeah, this is for sure the one she showed.
That looks definitely like something Brie would want. Yeah.
You know, listen, okay, I am a sucker. I might just try. I don't even know if she actually wants this or she was just showing me because it's cool. I might just try for it just for the thrill of trying to get something like this.
I think these.
I always strike out on Loungefly. Always, every time.
Really? Loungefly is usually pretty smooth. You can get in and out.
No, they go quick. They go quick.
Jen, have you tried? I've never been able to get one on a
Yeah, we got
they're instantaneous.
Like sometimes the ones we go after, I feel like aren't like the most
bots.
Oh, you know what? I take it back. We went after the oh god, what is that brand that Joanna really likes?
The Lisa Frank.
Lisa Frank, that's what it was. Thank you. Yeah, we went after some of the. I got all the Lisa Frank ones except for one of them. I missed the wallet, or I missed like the crossbody or something. And yeah, I do remember that one selling out very quickly. So
I remember I had to pick up the one for you at the comic book shop near me.
Yeah,
Add it in.
So they have how many bags dropping? 4 or 5 or
3 at least? 3? I don't know if there's more than that, but 4, I guess, if you count the wallet too, the Slurm wallet from Futurama. I mean, well, the nice thing about that, if anyone wants these, go to the booth because you don't have to have a time slot for the Loungefly booth. You can just walk in.
Yeah, Loungefly, you just walk right
and
up.
grab one.
So that's WonderCon, and we might do a live stream tomorrow morning. We'll see how we're feeling. I have not been sleeping well, so I don't know if I'll be able to get up. But another thing I wanted to talk about tonight was, what do we think? Are we going to get the reveals tomorrow, or are they going to make us wait until day of for the April Fool's NFTs?
I don't know. Where's Mason?
He's at the con, so he probably would have needed to have his video filmed and preloaded.
I don't know. I think it's funny that they're already like showing peaks of stuff. Like people have the pictures of the pack and stuff like that. But someone's getting leaked somewhere. I don't know if they're supposed to be sharing them or.
I was
what?
Thinking the same thing. I kind of hope these aren't what we're getting, because to be honest, I'm not loving what I'm seeing.
Look at these. If these are the packs, if these are the packs, that means these are part of the redeemables typically. Like, and you notice that the packs are like crossed off. So like the one pack is supposed to be this and that. Who knows? They might be joking on this. They might have sent this out as the April Fool's joke on everyone too, and have something completely different, which would be fun. I hope they did that. I really hope they did that, and everyone's fooled by this and think this is what's going out, and everyone's been sharing this. They're like, nope, this is really what we're doing. You really thought we were
That would
gonna
be
do
cool.
that?
Yeah, like fake leaks. That would be
yeah.
cool.
You should do that. I mean, if they don't do it this year, they should do it next year, and you can thank me. And but
Josh is taking all the credit.
Yeah, but it's crazy to think this has to be a super small drop with already having. I mean, this will be the third week in a row of a drop. So, but a lot of people look forward to this drop. I think it's fun. It's different. I don't know if unless it's a really small drop and these packs sell out like the first year, like instantly, then I don't know if the value will be too crazy. But I think it's a fun drop, if nothing else. It's usually a small run. It's a smaller like amount of epics, usually some of the smallest ones, to complete a royalty and stuff like that. But
and they killed it like the last year and the year before. I mean, last year was when we got the one where he's holding the max token head, right?
Yeah.
And
Well, the year before, the first year, we got baby Freddy. We got the egg. We got the egg the first year, right? We got the chicken the next year.
And the flaming check was last year.
We got opposite Freddy last year, the opposite head. But yeah, it'll be interesting. I think that would be fun to have. I hope they do a fun drop. I mean, the sandwich they showed last year, and we all said it should have been a pop. I think it's almost a little too late though. Like
it was like a
year
and a half ago, going on 2 years. I was thinking that too. I feel like we kind of missed the joke. We missed the window here.
Wait, you don't like just my forehead here?
But at least he's holding the old Camp Fun Days little sign there, and trying to wear a little hat. I think a little like hat on there, but with NFTs too, we had a 50% burn on Teen Titans.
We did before you jump into that. I thought it'd be funny too, because we got obviously last year we got Franny too. This would be another thing. I don't know if they would consider it for April Fools, but you got to think that Franny was not the first name they thought of for Freddy's sister. So it'd be kind of cool if they gave us like if they gave us like the April Fool's drop, like completely out of left field, like I don't know whatever, like Francine Freddy, and it's like a girl with like crazy braids and like braces and glasses. I don't know. It's like some like complete opposite of what Franny looks like.
Well, and then we finally got Judy in the haunted, the Halloween drop. Yeah. Because Judy was always shown in these April Fools, and we never got a Judy till the Halloween drop. So that was interesting that we didn't get it in that April Fools one. I kind of like to see the beat up box one. Like, I don't know if you saw the animation for that one. Someone showed the animation
already.
For it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, someone had one of the cards. I don't know if anyone else has posted it. I saw it shown, but it shows the damage box getting like stomped on by Proto dressed as a male person and going in there. So I think they're kind of making fun of that. I don't know. I think the damage box one is kind of like the burning pack one to me. Yeah. I feel like that's similar. We need something good for the Grail though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Good surprise.
I think I found the animation you were talking about. Here, let me pull it up.
You know what I want? I want Freddy standing at an arcade machine. Like April Fools, here he is for Drop Arcade launching. Yeah, here. Like Proto goes and like jumps on it.
Oh, that's funny. That's the mailman.
And that's a legendary, so that is a redeemable. Damage box is already, I guess, confirmed. Unless they fake this one too, which would be good leak fake.
That's a lot of work for a fake to do all that animation and everything.
Hey, if you want a good fake, that's how you do it.
They should keep that but they should keep that storytelling alive. Like they should have like Proto as like the villain of like all the April Fools drops and stuff. Like he was the evil mailman this time, and then like next year, or like, I don't know if like last year they had him as like the evil chef who like made the disgusting chicken sandwich. Like there's so much opportunity for like storytelling and lore with the NFTs.
I think also we see Max Token Head. We haven't seen Max Token Head forever.
Yeah,
I was going through my NFT collection the other day, and I saw him as one of the NFT cards I had from a drop, and I was like, man, Max Token Head. We haven't seen him forever.
For sure. But anyway, moving on now to the Teen Titans NFTs. So yeah, I was gonna ask you. I couldn't remember. I remember seeing it, but it was 50% burn rate for.
Close to
It was
that. Let's
close, wasn't
see.
it?
I'll find the exact number for you real quick.
I thought it was a little under 50%, but
still,
really
that's pretty I mean, I wasn't expecting this drop.
I thought it was pretty expected.
40%. No, 40%.
Yeah, I thought I thought it actually didn't burn as many as I thought it would have.
Oh, wow.
41.
They had a lot of packs.
So
I think it was close to 50% when I last looked at it, and I was like, unless they sell a bunch in the last whatever, but it's 40.94% if you want to be.
I just don't think Teen Titans has like a really, really strong following right now. And I felt like the other wave, because this was Series 2, right? Teen Titans Series 2. I felt like Series 1 was just so much better.
Yeah,
it was better, but it nothing took off from that. I think that fuels some of the selling, right? Like if pops from that first run were super hot and you could barely get packs. I remember getting packs under market value. If you want to get packs for Teen Titans, it's a good time to get them. I think they're like $26, $27. So you actually get them under market value if you want, or you can just buy a legendary if you like them. But yeah, right now they're somewhere around $27, I think, for packs, and then there's one of the legendaries like 30 almost, and the other two are like 20 some. So still a great price for a very exclusive pop. We were just talking about that, right? Like you can, if you want to pick up, the only thing that is the one is I call him Hulk Beast Boy because he looks like
he does look like Hulk. Yeah,
he looks like Hulk to me.
So Colin says there's a strong anti-following to the Teen Titans Go specifically. What's the reason behind that? That's kind of crazy. I mean, I think Teen Titans Go, I remember watching it as a kid. It was a fun show and everything.
I remember watching it as an older adult, and I thought it was also fun.
There you go.
I think the original Teen Titans had a different following, though. Teen Titans Go versus the OG Teen Titans. I like the original Teen Titans better, a little darker.
Yeah, but I'm not surprised. I'm actually surprised that they sold 59% of the packs. So NFT game is very strong this year. They're doing pretty well, putting up all these high sales, despite people complaining. And I know there's it's completely understandable, Evelyn, that not everyone understands how to go through the hoops of the NFTs and everything, but clearly certain people are, and they're buying up all these packs. So,
and we have Drop Arcade that dropped this week and started. So
that's right. Yeah, whole their ballpark.
So it'll be interesting. I really should probably do a video on that for everyone at some point. Maybe
I have not. I was just about to ask this actually. Have we seen how many NFTs have been burned in the first 2 days of Drop Arcade? How many do we know?
It's actually really good. The Drop Arcade site, I say, has some of the best and coolest stats out there. You can even tell what people still have in their account. So if you're competing against people, you kind of know what you're up against. So I can show you that real quick if you want. Let's go to top of the board here. So let me share my screen here.
Have a night, Doctor. Or good night, Dr. John. Thanks for stopping in, man.
All right. So this is what is called the leaderboard here. On the one side, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit for everyone. So on the one side over here, you see my stats and that, but you see down below the season stats. So there's only under 2,000 people have burnt anything so far, or converted anything so far. But that means almost 1 million things have been converted. 873,000 things have been converted so far. And that's 40 million points. Over 4.4 million points have been converted. There's still 82 days left. But I think this is cool. So the first person here, if you want to click on them, you can actually see their stats. You can see where they rank, of course, but you can see also their season score, how many points they have still available. And then you can actually see kind of their inventory of what they still have available and what they converted. So this person went almost all in. They like converted about everything just to jump up to number 1. But Poppin' Craze is right below them. Poppin' Craze has quite a bit still to go, with over a million points, 1.6 million points still available to them to convert. So they can jump them any time of the day, kind of thing. So kind of neat. It shows you what your rank you are currently, which is nice. And then it will also show you how do you convert. You can click on convert. I think it's a really cool, easy tool. You can only convert up to 100 things at a time, be aware. Like you can show more than 100 things and they have like a select all thing, but you can't convert more than 100 things at a time. So that is also a limitation to think about if you're trying to do this last minute to get your number 3. Here we go. Let's go. Number 334, and you want to cut off this other person. You need to know what you need to do and worry about them trying to rank up to not be the last person.
Pressure.
Yeah. Don't wait
34.
Don't be number 334. Yeah,
I want to stay about 250. If I can stay around the 250 mark, the entire.
You decided you're going not all in. You decided to go all in at this point?
I'm not all in. No.
I'm saying, have you?
I don't think I'll have to ever go all in. If I stay at 250 mark, I'll never have to go all in, because I was at probably I could have easily converted.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So I don't have to be all in. I think
the top 50.
If you want to be all in, the people that should be all in should be going for the. But some people, I would say there's a person here that converted 100,000 points already. They were the first person to do a 1-of-1. So somewhere,
really?
Let's go somewhere up top.
Might be that.
There was one person, and they're still where they need to be. They haven't got far enough down yet. But Jay Navo Toys, we see Jay Navo's in 18th right now.
Oh, right. Okay.
Chris is the first person. He converted one thing, a 1-of-1.
Good for Chris.
It. He converted a 1-of-1, which I don't think was a smart conversion. But if he stays in top 333 with 100,000 points, it might be worth it. If he won the 1-of-1 for free or got it out of one pack and he just keeps it. One thing you don't know is if people have multiple accounts. People have a ton of stuff in their wax wallets, all those kind of things that convert. But I think it's really cool. They have a lot of cool stats on here, a lot of good things. When you do conversions, it's really simple. They made this pretty nice. I like you can't convert more than 100 things at once, actually. I think it's a little more fair as well, too. Because imagine if I could convert my whole wallet at the last minute, last whatever. I think converting 100 things is pretty fair overall.
Yeah, I'm going to be curious to see how much things change at the very end.
Yeah,
I think because it lasts so long, I really haven't looked at this at all. Because I don't think
it'll fluctuate too much for a while. I think it'll be.
I don't think so either. I'd be surprised. I think it's going to come down to that last week. Yeah, I think it's going to be that like last week where movement starts happening and things really. That's why I think it's almost they didn't need to. I don't know why they stretched it out this long. I'm trying to.
I think because they're
the
having
first
3 seasons. Yeah, they know they're having 3 seasons. That's another reason why not to go all in, too. Right? You want to get in. I want to be in each season, right? I want to get all 3 and sell them to John for $1,200.
Yeah, Josh, good idea.
That John guy sounds like an idiot.
That's probably a deal for him, John. But
no, I mean, I'll find a way. I'll get him.
No, but I think that's the thing. It's like, what are these really worth? Someone traded that 1-of-1. Well, could they have sold that 1-of-1 for $500?
Right.
Is it worth in that Freddie? and you're not guaranteed that 100,000 points doesn't mean you're guaranteed to get it at the end of the day.
No,
people are still buying and selling things on the aftermarket, so you're going to see a lot more. The great thing is the people that don't care, sell your series coins, your royalties, your legendaries, whatever on your aftermarket and make some money right now. If you want to make some money for your own wallet to buy other packs, sell your stuff on the aftermarket right now. Just put stuff up and you'll start seeing it sell. I guarantee.
So Steven, yeah, I am bummed on behalf of the international collectors. I'm sorry about that for not being able to participate in the limited piece program. And Brian, I'm right there with you. Only thing in my wallet is dust and air. Yeah, I'm right there with you.
I've got some lint.
Oh, I also want to shout out Gus. He did a great video earlier on how Drop Arcade works. So if you guys are still confused or want to get some more knowledge, Gus Collects putting out some great content.
Definitely check it out.
But we'll see what happens with the Drop Arcade. But we did, John. We talked about it a couple minutes ago. It looks like they are going to be the official, unofficial Star Wars Celebration exclusive. So
I think we said we were all picking those up and looking forward to it.
We didn't cry over not the sticker not being there though. The official celebration.
Yeah. In all seriousness, I do hate that though. I love the Star Wars celebration sticker.
Yeah.
I am a sticker weirdo. Somebody mentioned earlier the Dick's Sporting Goods exclusive Joe Burrow. Yeah. I'm kind of bummed that we're not going to have that sticker on. I wanted to...
It doesn't really make it seem like an exclusive.
No, it does. It's like, even if it was just green or something, I don't know. Like, I wish they could just put that on the side because nobody looks at the side anyway, and we should still have the sticker on the front. I get it's 52 stickers and that's annoying, but I prefer that.
I did do a double take today, though. I walked into, you guys know what Wawa is? Wawa is a gas station, right? Walked into, we have a more upscale Wawa near our P.O. box. It's a big gas station. It's got huge, it's huge, not a restaurant, but food area. You walk in, whatever. There's a lot going on.
Sheets in the Midwest.
Yeah, exactly. Just like that. I walked in, and honest to God, did a double take. They had a little display of Pocket Pops and the little things in the eggs.
Oh yeah,
Kinders.
The Kinder eggs. Yeah, the Kinder eggs, and it was they had a Funko logo and everything, and I was like, all right, I'll be damned. They really are trying to work their way into everywhere. It was weird though. I just didn't feel right. I was like, do I get I filled up my gas tank. I was like, do I get gas, a sandwich, and a Pocket Pop or a Kinder egg? It just kind of felt out of place, but there was half the little thing was gone. So they were, I guess they're selling pretty well. So somebody's buying the Kinder eggs. But so we got a lot of stuff coming out. WonderCon is tomorrow, and I'm sure a lot of us have to get to bed, especially our West Coast folks, because they gotta wake up super early. Oh, what's up, Jay? Yeah, we just talked about April Fools a couple minutes ago. We're excited for it. But Josh, you want to kick us off? What do you got coming up?
Let's see what's coming up. So I have we have to open our Teen Titans. Actually, we haven't opened our Teen Titan packs yet, so we still have some packs to open from Teen Titans. I opened a few just kind of on my own for fun, but I need to open them. I figured with Shannon we'd do that. We have a couple mystery boxes from Pop King Paul we need to get to, and then I think next Wednesday I'm gonna try my first surprise set on Whatnot. So if you want to come out, have fun. It'll be a smaller surprise set. I haven't tried one out before, so I might try that one out. And then we'll of course look forward to all the theme ones. We had a really fun night with Freddy Funkos last night, so I appreciate everyone that came out for our all Freddy night. So it was fun. It was a good time. So yeah, those kind of things coming up.
Vinny?
We have a family live on Sunday. It's been months. We used to be able to do this every month, but it's been ridiculous. So we are doing a family live on Sunday. So if you guys would like to join us, we'll be doing trivia and all that stuff. We got some stuff to give away still. So join us Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern over on YouTube. Then we have we're actually putting a mystery box together that will be dropping on the website. So I'm giving you guys kind of exclusive. It's not dropped yet. It'll most likely drop on Monday. But just giving you the heads up as far as that goes. We'll probably mention it in our video Sunday, and we'll talk about it on Sunday night on the Family Live. But other than that, we got videos coming out next week. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. And if maybe I am, I'm probably forgetting something, but that's what we got.
So Colin, Family Live is when Vince, Bree, and I don't know, sometimes the kids might show up, but they just do it. It's a live stream on their channel.
We used to call it a Family Live because it used to be our kids used to come on, but yeah, they want nothing to do with us for the most part when it comes to the pops. I mean, me and Luke are doing some cards and stuff, but yes, listen, it's like the best time you will ever have. And I mean, maybe your life is fantastic.
Trivia too. Bree does trivia. I mean, you got to spell that out.
Trivia. There's
trivia.
Me. I'm there. I mean,
there's celebrity guests. You know, it gets really crazy sometimes.
I will say, Vince, you guys had a fire pack. I watched your last video. You guys put out. You guys
the sports card. Are you talking?
Yeah, you guys had a fire pack. That sports card.
We actually listen.
On silverback
breaks. Actually, we're doing a whatnot tomorrow. I wasn't even gonna promote that because we only have one follower. I think Jason is the only follower that we have on. I'm not exaggerating. I think we got one or two followers, and we don't even care. We are going on there to peddle our cards because we want to buy more boxes of cards because we're actually having a lot of fun with that.
That's dedication right there.
You know what? We are having a great time with that. We're having we're still picking up pops all the time. Me and Bree are having it's busier than ever. And honestly, I'm having a blast doing all of that stuff right now. So
it's amazing.
Follow us everywhere if you want, guys, or don't. I mean, I get that too. So
I am trying to figure out what we're doing this weekend, but I know that we have a bunch of auctions as well. We're gonna have a battle video out this weekend, and picking up a few things from WonderCon tomorrow. I just remembered Joanna has a couple of doctor's appointments in the morning, so we won't be able to do a live stream. We've been trying to step up our adult game here and banging out all the doctors we've been neglecting to see for a while.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun doing that.
Yeah, I was actually supposed to have injections into my back today, but they got canceled. We didn't do the canceling. The doctor canceled on us. So that was a bummer because I was looking forward to those. But take care of your bodies and go see those doctors that I know some of you guys have been putting off. So I think that's going to do it for tonight. Great stream. I'm excited to see what happens with WonderCon this weekend. We'll obviously get more updates on this limited pop program as we go. And I think we'll call it a night from there. So have a great weekend, everybody. As always, don't stop shooting until you score. And we'll see you all very soon. Go buy some cards. Buy some cards from Vince.
Go buy some cards and subscribe. Please subscribe. We need